Hi everyone, I'm Tanaz from foreverconscious.com and this is your weekly energy forecast for the week of March 21st. Welcome to the start of the astrological new year. We are taking another trip around the zodiac wheel. The reason this is the start of the astrological new year is because the sun has moved into the sign of Aries. This is in tropical astrology. The sun is in Aries, and as Aries is considered the first sign of the zodiac. So when the sun moves here, we call it the start of the astrological new year. We're beginning a new zodiac wheel. So there is energy on offer to us this week that's supporting new beginnings, planting seeds, starting over, fresh energy, new opportunities. If life hasn't been going the way that you necessarily want it to be, know that you have this on offer, this energy that's allowing you to start again, try again, bring fresh perspective into your life. So that energy is very active all through this week, especially now while that sun has just moved into Aries. It did that on the 20th. So maximize that energy now if you need it in your life. Along with this new beginning energy, this week there's kind of a little bit going on, and it's leading us into the Libra full moon, which peaks on the 28th, 29th, depending on your time zone. So that's kind of into next week, but we'll be feeling that build up all through this week. So let's talk about what that might look like. So there are really a few key things happening in the lead up to this Libra full moon. The first is the sun aligning with both Chiron and Venus. So this energy will peak on the full moon, however, we'll feel it all through this week. So that's the sun, Venus, and Chiron all coming into alignment with one another. So what can you expect and how can you use this energy? Well, the sun and Venus, whenever that combination is there, it always kind of creates a sweetness. Venus is the planet of beauty, of love, of relationships, of abundance. So all of that kind of comes on offer to us. It's more readily available. We can kind of tune in and connect with that goddess of love energy. The addition of Chiron. So Chiron's technically not a planet, it's an asteroid. And if you've ever heard me talk about Chiron before, you'll know that I like to sort of describe it as the energy that allows us to take our wounds and turn them into portals of strength. Chiron is known as the wounded healer because it is through the wounds that it's inherited from past lives, from this life, the deep sort of wounds that they have been able to rise up and step into this role as a healer, as a teacher, as somebody that can inspire and help others. And we all have that potential within us in big and small ways, especially when we do have deep-seated wounds. They hold a potential to help us unlock this healer energy, whether, whatever that might look like for you. So that potential that lives in all of us is sort of encapsulated in that Chiron energy. So this combination of Chiron and Venus and the sun is very healing. It carries a very healing, soothing energy, reminding us to love ourselves, to be gentle with ourselves, and to really, nurture and honor where we are. I mentioned that we're starting this new trip around the zodiac wheel, and whenever we sort of reach a culmination point or that new beginning point, there is this sort of a need for us to reflect and to honor the journey that we've traveled. We kind of tend to just move throughout the day and move throughout our lives, but what about just sitting in a moment of reflection and honoring all of the struggles you've faced, all of the wisdom that you have now gained, and all of the ways that you have grown, sitting and acknowledging and praising and finding congratulating yourself in a way, or honoring in whatever way that looks like for you. Taking that moment can be really, really powerful and can help us to reflect and think about how we now also wish to move forward. So this combination of energy is very healing. If you are struggling or dealing with some deep-seated wounds or traumas or struggles of any kind, this energy should feel like a soothing tonic, and it should be reminding each and every one of us that these wounds that we all hold, these wounds that sometimes are so deep, they just get stitched into the fabric of our journey, we do have the power to allow them to become fuel for our rising. Wounds, they're always going to be painful to a certain extent, but we can allow, when we shift the way that we look at it, when we shift our perspective, they can become powerful portals of healing, of inspiration, of strength, and inspire others, inspire ourselves, and ultimately teach and heal ourselves and the world around us. So it really kind of is a beautiful energy. It's working on a sort of subtle level, helping us to shift and transcend some of those deeper wounds and helping us rise up into the fullness of our being. We are currently in Aries season, and Aries is the warrior. And we're really being called here to step into our inner warrior and to find that strength, to find that beauty that comes through that strength as well. So it is a very sort of healing, comforting energy. And I think it should feel very supportive and loving as we journey through whatever struggles we're going through. And then, so this energy kind of lingers and we'll feel it all through the week, and then it sort of peaks at this Libra full moon. Now, there are a couple of interesting things about this Libra full moon. So the first is that alignment of the sun, Chiron and Venus. And the second thing about this full moon is that it's making what is called a grand trine, which is basically like a big triangle in the sky, the moon, Saturn, and Mars. So we're getting not only this amazing alignment with Chiron and Venus energy, but we're also getting this, grand trine, this beautiful triangle in the sky. And again, that is activated on this Libra full moon. So what is the grand trine? So a grand trine is considered very harmonious. Whenever we have this sort of triangle configuration of planets in astrology, it's considered easy flowing, harmonious. It's kind of a protective energy. So all of that, again, we'll be able to work with that energy on the full moon. Mars and Saturn in particular, they're actually a little bit of a volatile combination, Mars and Saturn. Or not volatile, but their energies can be a little bit harsh to work with at times. But this Mars-Saturn energy and this beautiful grand trine that it makes with the moon indicates rewards after hard work. It indicates motivation. If we think of Mars is like pushing past our fears, taking action. And then Saturn is like that discipline, that ability to, have longevity and to go for the goals and to kind of keep at it, keep chipping away, and so you can achieve your dreams. And if you've been doing any of that hard work, you've been disciplined, you've been going for, your goals and dreams, you're very likely to see some rewards come about under this full moon. This full moon feels like a graduation point, like you're reaching the climax or the graduation point of something you've been working really, really hard on. So think about what, that might look like or what that could be, and really laser and put your focus into that, because there's energy on your side to reach that graduation point, to reach that next stage of your journey. This energy is also, so there's kind of a lot going on, but this energy is also really beautiful for finding solutions, that protective triangle. It's sort of an omen that whatever struggles you have been going through, there are solutions on the way, and things will flow with a little more harmony and a little more ease. So there's that to look forward to as well. And then the last thing with this full moon is it kind of depends on the range that you use, but this full moon is just shy of a super moon. So it's not exactly a super moon. I know some astrologers are calling it a super moon, but according to the NASA calculations, it just is a little shy of being a true super moon. So doesn't really matter too much. It's still going to be, this full moon is still kind of nice and close to Earth, a little more close than normal, and so its energy will just be felt in a stronger, more powerful way. It just gets that little extra oomph. So that is kind of where we are journeying to at the end of the week. A lot of energy. I'm kind of sort of trying to still sit with it and see how this might play out for us as we move through that week. But I think we're going to be feeling that build up to this full moon. Full moons are always sort of clearing, cleansing, releasing points. So we may feel some of that too. I don't know if wounds or things from the past will have to be released and let go of. Welcoming this new beginning with the start of the astrological year. And then, sort of reaching this climax or graduation point as the full moon gets closer. So I hope that's given you some sort of guidance of what's going on in the cosmic skies. Hopefully you can take that, work with it, apply it to what's going on in your own life, in the own energies that you're feeling. And I hope it's helpful to you. All right, I am Tanaz from foreverconscious.com. Thank you so much.